Hey guys, welcome to episode 3 of Jumper's Edge. My name is Lacey, I am your host. Today we are outside of the World Arena once again in Flushing, New York. Today we're going to examine the toe loop jump. So we have a skater inside working on that right now. Let's go check her out. Okay guys, we are back with our Olympian, Ellen, and her coach, Amanda. Today we're going to be looking at the toe loop jump.
So the toe loop is normally the third jump that a skater learns. It's also the first toe pick assisted jump or toe jump, and we normally just refer to it as a toe. So if you're doing a triple toe loop, you could just say, I performed a triple toe. It's also one of two jumps that you can do without changing edge and without changing foot. So for example, a skater might perform a double Lutz, double toe as their jump combination in their short program. So something to look out for when you're working on the toe loop is a tendency to pre-rotate the body. And when you do that, you end up with what we call a toe axel, which is basically an axel jump. Not a toe loop, which is what we're talking about today.
Oh, okay. Ellen, have you ever done toe axles?
No, thankfully not. She'd never let me do toe axles. But I don't actually like toe loops very much. The takeoff is like so open that I always feel like I get tilted, and whenever I would do triple toes, I'd just like jump and pray.
I love that. All right, Duke, are you ready to give us the history on the toe loop?
Hello again. Oh, well, what are we doing today? It's
No, I believe it's the toe loop.
toe loop. Yes, toe loop. All right. So, the toe loop was invented around the same time ice skating itself was invented, believe it or not. In 1834, by a bunch of Norwegian lumberjacks right outside of Oslo. You see, they were being chased by a ravenous pack of wolves, and they were coming across a frozen lake, and they knew that they did not have the traction on their boots to make it across before the wolves sank their teeth in. So, in a moment of ingenuity, one of the lumberjacks took 2 axe heads off of the handles and tied it to their boots with the laces. Of course, because it was not a very sturdy connection, they needed to loop it around the toe. Now, your anatomy specialists will tell you that if you put as much circulation cutting off of the main large toe on your right foot, it will influence the rest of your body to make jumping and spinning maneuvers, which he soon discovered when he tried to make his way across the river. Of course, there weren't enough axe heads, and many lumberjacks died in the escape. However, he went on to tell his miraculous tale of survival to all those in the Oslo pub, and he made himself quite the prominent figure in figure skating. And that, my friends, is how Brian Boitano invented both the sport of figure skating and the toe loop. More wine! Thank you, Jinkles. Back to you.
Thanks, Duke. Okay, Ellen, are you ready to explain to us how to do a toe loop?
Yes, I am. Just like the Salchow, there's a couple of different ways that you can go into a toe loop. You can do a right forward inside 3 turn, or you can do a left forward outside 3 turn and change feet so that you are picking with the right foot. You can also do what I like to do before practicing triple toes. I like to do forward inside rotating 3 turns. I like this because it helps me get good timing of the jump. Today I'm going to go over the jump as if I was doing a forward inside 3 turn. Start off with forward crossovers to gain speed. Briefly stand on the left forward inside edge before pushing onto a right forward inside 3 turn. You want to keep your shoulders checked and your arms relaxed and your right knee over your right toe. The majority of your weight is on your right side. This might feel weird, but it's correct. Get a good deep knee bend and toe into the ice on the way up. This way you'll get more height. You want your right arm to pass through the body and meet the right leg. Lift the right knee and push the rest of the body through and over to the right side and into the backspin position. After completing the required number of revolutions, bring your left knee up and check out on a right backward outside edge with your arms in front and your free leg pointed and turned out behind you. Here are a couple mistakes that are very common when working on toe loops. The first being, don't slam your toe into the ice. The second is allow the toe pick to pivot on the ice and allow the internal rotation of the hips so that you get forward on the moment of takeoff. And the last one being to place your toe behind you. Don't allow it to curl around you.
The toe loop is the third and final jump that is a two-axis jump, which we talked about in the last episode, where you're taking off from your left side and landing right, or taking off right and landing left for lefties. You need about 0.45 seconds of air time for a double toe and 0.485 for a triple toe.
And that's the toe loop jump. Check back with me next week for the most important jump in all of figure skating, the loop jump, and it's also the basis for every single other jump that you do. So I'll see you next week. Bye guys.